Western Province is the largest and most remote province of Papua New Guinea. It's no secret the terrain ranging from low-lying jungle, rivers, swamps, lagoons and sea all pose unique challenges to the delivery and accessibility of health services in the province. Over 200,000 people are sparsely spread over 3 districts, North Fly, Middle Fly and the South Fly, a total land area of 97,000 square kilometers, which is 21% of PNG's total landmass. According to Australian Doctors International, statistics show that access to health services in the province has declined in recent years. With the drop in access to health services, the fertility rate, amongst other things, have risen. The fertility rate in Western, on average, is 5 children per woman, which is higher than the national average of 4 children per woman. Dr. Danny Kombuk is the Director of Medical Services at the Darul General Hospital. Specifically looking at reproductive health and family planning, the hospital, he says, hasn't had a family planning ward of its own.
Itself doesn't have an established family planning clinic, but we've got nurses who do it in the ward, especially the post in the labor ward and the postnatal ward. But if a woman needs family planning, she's always referred to the MCH clinic that is run by the Western Provincial Health. So that's how we have how the family planning service has been run currently. So it is not really that an effective or established service. Over the last 16 months, that's from last year, January up to March of this year, there are almost about 1,000 plus women who came and delivered in our labor ward. So of those who came and delivered, about 20 to 90% of this percent of the women, they have 4 more children, and when you look at this kind of, they are what we call like in ONG or like within the medical field, we call it grand multiparity. So they have more children, so the chance of them bleeding and this kind of thing is markedly increased. So that's why we try to encourage mothers to have up to 3 children or 4 children. But like in Darul, we have a lot of high percentage of mothers with kids more than 4 children.
The absence of a family planning ward has meant an equally drastic effect on the South Fly population, especially here on Darul Island. Darul Island alone has a population of an estimated 20,000 people. The main industry on this populous island is fisheries, and it practically outclasses any other form of income generation. But like most parts of Papua New Guinea, it has a large bubbly youth population that has fallen into the common trend of marrying at a young age, which has also opened an insight into another pressing issue for the island.
Family planning is shown to reduce maternal deaths because if a woman doesn't get pregnant, she will not go through all the complications of pregnancy. So she is it's more preventive. So whereas delivery is more intervention kind of thing. You intervene to make the woman safe when she delivers so that she doesn't die from it. But for family planning, you prevent the woman from dying by stopping her from getting pregnant. And it is very cheap and it's very easy. It doesn't need a lot of logistics, and it's quite good. So for Indaro, we didn't have any effective family services. And also, if we look at the Western Province, is quite a big province, a huge province with a lot of logistical issues. Like there's no road into the village, so we don't know exactly how many mothers are dying in the villages and in the centers or airports from the deaths. So we wouldn't know. The figure that I gave was only for Daru. So that is one of the issues why we want, it's important that Mara Service come finally to Daru to establish its clinic just to try to, address the issue of maternal death by getting the women from not having pregnancy what they don't want. We did a small survey last year and we found out that with the settlements around Daru Island, those who especially came from the fly area and with the settlement, the household is on average about 10 to 15 people in one household, and the houses are not big, they are small huts, but they are all staying in there. And in the settlements, there is no good water supply system, there is no sanitation system, and the food is scarce on the island too, because people have gone to get food from the mainland and bring it in, it's very scarce. So when they live together like this, and this kind of, it's really, fuels TB. And we have also come to experience that there's a lot of young girls getting pregnant and having babies without a proper family. And the kids are also brought back to their parents to look after. So when they don't have a good diet and a good sanitation, there's no fresh water, they're living together, then TB is going to be really full. So that's why it's happening. So with marriage stops, if it can help, at least in the sense where stop young girls from getting pregnant by giving them protection at the early stage. So, and whatever happens, it's with the personal life, it's none of our business. But as long as they don't end up being pregnant, so I think that's a good thing for. That's the second reason that we should have it here.
Until recently, Marie Stopes PNG has opened its doors to Daru within Daru General Hospital premises. Working in partnership with the National Department of Health, District and Provincial Health Authorities, Marie Stopes PNG has stepped in to be a bridge to addressing much-needed family planning and reproductive health services in far-flung communities. The Memorandum of Understanding for Daru was signed on August 25, 2017 in Daru.
In the same way, we want to have your service actually in our doorsteps, and we can reach out to rural areas. The district has welcomed your operation in the district by giving you a desk in our office. We have a new office. If you have time, you can come around and have a look at where you will be located. And district will be working closely with him or her, because it's right in our main operation area. And the way I just introduced to you that this province is very hard to actually deliver services. And so the district will be, and it's part of our aim is to have integrated patrols going out. So your officer will work very well with us with what we are planning to do. And so we have, whenever we have patrols going out, we will be consulting with your officer here on the ground to have your services reach out to our rural areas. And that's the way, because it's very hard to go individually. And we're encouraging all divisions in the district to work together and they have joint patrols going out into our rural areas. Let me give you an example why we have to have this. For Western Province, you will fit in the whole Highlands provinces, and you can also put in Manus and New Island into those Highlands provinces, and all those provinces in land mass will fit into Western Province. And that's how big Western Province is. That's an example how it is very difficult to deliver services in Western Province.
The not-for-profit international organization Marie Stopes has an international presence in 40 countries, and it has been in PNG for the past 11 years. For the country director, Mami Werasiri, it boils down to key national health indicators.
The indicator is maternal mortality rate. What this means is how many mothers of 100,000 die during childbirth. How many mothers of 100,000 out of 100,000 die during childbirth. According to the latest data, latest information, in PNG, 733 mothers out of 100,000 die during childbirth. 733. Let me compare this with a couple of countries. Let's say New Zealand and Australia, close to us, the developed countries. It is as low as 6 for 100,000. And in my own country, Sri Lanka, which is also a developing country, it's about 26 for 100,000. So if PNG is 733 mothers die during childbirth. And let's look at what are the main causes of mothers dying at childbirth. It is repeated pregnancies or multiple pregnancies in a very, one after the other. Let's say repeated pregnancies, or it also can be too young or too old. That means if either the woman's body is not ready for a pregnancy or the woman's body is too tired for another pregnancy. The second indicator that I would pick is the population growth of PNG. PNG has the highest growth rate in Asia or Asia Pacific, close to 4, and for certain provinces it could be even more. And how does this going to affect us? What it means is the population is getting bigger and bigger, quicker and quicker. We are adding more people to the country, and that means the resources of this country, health, food, education, everything else is becoming scarce, not adequate, not enough, not ready to support that population. So this is not a good thing for all of us, because we are going to be in trouble if we don't have enough resources in the country. And the third indicator that I would pick is the one that I'm actually concerned about more. The teenage pregnancy rate in the country is 22%, which means 22 girls of 100 fall pregnant while they're teenagers. So these girls are in the school, and they're probably not expecting that they will fall pregnant. But then, the teenagers find that they're pregnant, and then it is quite likely all of them will stop their education, will drop out from school. And for a woman and for a girl, that is kind of, it's kind of the end of achieving their dream, because they are now forced to raise a child which they were not ready for. So with all these indicators, I picked 3: the maternal mortality rate, the population growth, and the teenage pregnancies rate. If we want our mothers to live longer, not die when they're giving birth to children, if we want our mothers to be healthy and strong, if we want our girls to continue their education, If we want to control the population in the country so that the resources are adequate to feed the people or provide for the people, we have to make sure our families are right-sized. I repeat the word right-sized.
Maintaining a healthy, productive population isn't just Daro, Western Province or PNG's issue. It's an issue found in all nations, whether developed or not. It's been argued a large population necessarily doesn't mean a good thing. Too much of it is a hindrance to economic development. Amongst other issues of an inflated population is unemployment. In developing countries, the number of job seekers is on a rapid rise, and an equally rapid population puts a strain on developing countries like PNG to address issues relating to unemployment. An August 10 report, Fulfilling the Land of Opportunity, How to Grow Employment in Papua New Guinea, by Deloitte Tohmatsu and the United Nations Development Programme, highlights although there is a robust youth population, skill shortage is a major hindrance to employment growth. But whatever the indicators may point to, there is a renewed collective effort, especially now with the help of Marie Stopes.
If you look at the indicators, especially health indicators and economic indicators here in South Lai, where we will basically be operating from, you will notice that many of those indicators are against us as a province, and we have instances where young girls are falling out of school, because they're falling pregnant, and mothers are dying in childbirth and all that. So the significance of Marie Stopes and family planning, I think, is very, very important to us now. And there will be cultural challenges there. But then that's what we are faced with. The need is there, the challenges are there, but I think it's the need that's going to force us to go against these challenges and try to see if we can achieve much. So far what we've done is that we've gone on air, on radio, telling the people the importance of Marie Stopes and the services that we will be providing and the benefit that Marie Stopes can bring to families, not only in health-wise but economically. So the response has been very good. People are beginning to respond to it, and the other thing that I've done is I've gone to the secondary school and I'm organizing a debate competition in the secondary school here, the local secondary school, Daro Secondary, and classes will debate. I'll sponsor it from my office, but topics will be all on family planning. That's the other thing that I'm doing. And the third thing that I've been doing now is that we are distributing our pamphlets, our products to people. And the fourth one is that we are now, I've already identified to CBMs what we call community-based mobilizers, and we continue to do that. We identify possible community-based mobilizers and we try to train them, and they will be the ears and eyes for us out there in the community. It's going to be, cut into cultural lines when we're providing the services, but let's not look at those as the point of where we see Marie Stopes from. Let's look at the benefits, what Marie Stopes is bringing to us. That would be my encouragement to the people of South Lai, and I'm looking forward to starting the office and see how far we can go.